Hi, my name is Ramanan, and I am the head of data science at PI.EXCHANGE. In this video, we will walk through various functions of the AI and analytics engine from end to end. The AI and analytics engine is a connected end-to-end toolchain that makes state-of-the-art AI capabilities accessible to everyone, regardless of their technical skills, simplifying the process and saving time by means of AI-guided recommendations. Use the engine to bring your tabular format datasets to life by turning them into predictive models and insights within minutes. The engine is a no-code platform for tabular format data that enables you to analyze, clean, prepare, and enrich your data, use your data to build predictive models to benefit your business, and easily explain predictions and insights without the need for coding or a degree in data science. Let us now do a quick walkthrough of the engine. When you log into the engine, you will be taken to your organization's homepage where you can see the most recent projects that you worked on. If you're logging in for the first time as a trial user, you will see the first project automatically created for you by the engine. A project is a space where you can upload data files and connect to data sources, prepare your data sets, use them to build machine learning models, and finally deploy them so that you can obtain predictions. To import your first dataset to the engine, simply click on Add New Dataset. The engine is flexible enough to allow importing data from a variety of common data sources, including your local file system to URLs to different kinds of databases. For the file upload option, the engine accepts a variety of file formats. They can be in CSV, tab-separated or pipe-separated formats, JSON lines, Excel, or Parquet. Let us choose a CSV file for this demonstration. If required, you can also upload multiple files simultaneously into a dataset as long as they have the same schema. This is quite useful when you have big datasets stored in several chunks in different files. For each type of file, the engine also detects the appropriate settings to correctly import your file and gives you the opportunity to modify them if necessary. Once you have confirmed the settings, your dataset will be created. On the dataset page, the engine provides a convenient way for you to examine your data further via easy-to-understand statistical summaries for columns and a preview of the first several rows. You can see that we have uploaded a dataset from the domain of predictive maintenance. It contains sensor readings about several runs of a machine in a plant or a factory, and the outcome at the end, whether the machine failed or not. The engine also allows you to prepare your data when necessary. This is an optional step in your workflow, which can be achieved by using the recipe function. Simply click on Create Recipe to prepare your data. When you create a recipe, the engine takes you to a session where you can add data transformation steps called actions. Actions can be easily accessed via the catalog, which covers a variety of frequently needed data preparation steps to clean, transform, reshape, enrich, and join your datasets. To add an action to a recipe, you just need to enter a few details such as the input columns, the output column names, and the parameters. Where appropriate, the engine leverages on smart AI-powered algorithms to generate recommendations for actions, with everything automatically filled out for you, so you can add actions to your recipe with a single click. When you add actions, it becomes part of a recipe that can be saved at the end of a session so that you can apply the same steps easily on new batches of data. The recipe feature thus saves you from the need to write and maintain code for data preparation, which can often be time-consuming, tedious, and error-prone, even for seasoned data scientists. To finish the session, simply commit your actions and then click on Finalize your recipe. When you finish the session, the recipe is saved under the Recipes section of the project. The output of the recipe is also saved as a new dataset in the Datasets section. When your data is ready and satisfactorily clean, your next step is to create a machine learning workflow by clicking on Create App. In this example, our business problem is to detect whether a machine in our factory is going to fail given its sensor readings. We create a new app from the dataset we imported, choose Prediction as the app type, and choose the column name Target as a target column. We will also choose the positive class label to be 1, since we want the model to identify failures marked as 1 as against absence of failures marked as 0. An app is a space where you can manage your machine learning workflow all the way to the end in a seamless manner. For classification and regression apps, the engine allows you to create feature sets. Every time you train models, you can choose from the list of created feature sets. Each feature set is a subset of columns other than the target column that you want your model to use as inputs to make the desired prediction. As part of the app creation process, the AI and analytics engine automatically recommends a subset of features as a recommended feature set. This recommended feature set will exclude columns that are irrelevant for making the required prediction. Excluding them right before training a model has the advantage of speeding up the model training process. After you create the app, when the recommended feature set shows ready status, you will be able to start training models in your classification or regression application. You can also manually define your own feature set by clicking on Create New Feature Set button, either from the Apps page or the feature set listing page. Provide a name for your feature set first. Then select which columns you want to choose. Wait for the new feature set to show the ready status. This could take a few minutes. The new feature set will then be available when you want to train models in addition to the recommended feature set. Defining your own feature sets this way allows you to understand how your model's ability to predict is affected when certain columns are unavailable. Having understood about feature sets, you can proceed to train machine learning models for your problem. Click on Train New Model from the app's home page, a particular feature sets page, or the model listing page. On the Train New Model dialog, you can see a list of algorithms to train your model. Each algorithm results in a particular type of model, like a decision tree, a random forest, or a linear model. The engine's model recommender automatically provides a ranking of the available algorithms to help you make an informed choice based on 3 criteria: highest prediction quality, shortest prediction time, and shortest training time. The model recommender is a unique feature of the engine and is enabled by smart AI-powered algorithms. The rankings provided by the model recommender are tailored to your particular dataset. It estimates the performance of the model for your data if you choose to build it. This way, The model recommender saves you a lot of time and resource required to train hundreds of models before you get the right one. Choose a few algorithms, then trigger the model training process for the ones you've chosen. After one or more of your models has finished training, the engine provides you with a metrics leaderboard view and detailed evaluation pages for your models to inform how well your models are able to predict. Each model that has finished training is evaluated on a holdout or test portion of the data set which it was not exposed to during training. The engine thus comes with built-in mechanisms to help you avoid data leakage and overfitting. It thus automates these and other best practices in data science for you, so you do not have to remember to do these things correctly by yourself. Within each app, all models are evaluated on the same test portion so that their performances can be compared. Once evaluation has finished, you can look at the model leaderboard view to see a ranking of the models so you can choose the best one for your deployment. The model leaderboard helps you to quickly gather which model performs the best. If you want to get into detailed model performance, you can also look at each individual model and examine the Performance tab. Once you are satisfied with the best model, you can deploy it in order to use it to get predictions. This is done in just a few simple steps. You just need to enter a name for the deployment and for the new endpoint. Once your model is deployed, the engine provides several ways to obtain predictions from it, depending on your need. You can get predictions via an API, and on the GUI, you can get an individual prediction or download all predictions in a batch given as a CSV file input. Software developers can integrate the model into their production code via an endpoint URL secured with an API key. They can also test their deployment using a simple GUI. They also get a sample code in their programming language of choice, which they can readily use to integrate the machine learning model into their code. If you're a business analyst and not a software engineer, you're likely to prefer to use the GUI to get predictions. One way to do that is to go to the Deployed Models page and click on the Explainability tab, which has a section called What If Analysis. Here, you get a user-friendly interface to enter inputs to your model and obtain predictions from it. Another way to get predictions using the GUI is to go to the Deployments page and click on the Prediction tab. It will bring you to the batch prediction function of the engine. Using the batch prediction function, you can upload the input data for your model as a CSV file or other formats supported by our data import function. The platform will then generate a new file with the original columns plus additional columns for the prediction and scores such as class probabilities. We have now seen how the AI and analytics engine can provide insights and predictions from data within minutes, with no code and with no technical expertise in either data science or machine learning engineering required. This brings us to the conclusion of this end-to-end walkthrough of the AI and analytics engine. For a hands-on experience, you can sign up for a free trial with us to start generating predictions and insights from your data within minutes. Thank you for watching.